In this video, I'll be rendering HTML files in a Flask app. Quick note before we start, I have a GitHub repository for this project. I'll link down it in description. And one more thing, I have removed that 1.py and 2.py file. So yeah, now I'll create a new app.py file, and in it I'll create a boilerplate Flask app, and app equals to Flask class, and it requires an argument of name, create an get route for the home page. Just serve this function home and return hi for now. Let's just see if it's working or not. So for that, first I'll go in my pip and shell. So I'll run flask run. I did create an app.py file. Oh, I misspelled it. So I'll rename this to app.py. Now if I run flask run, it should run. Yeah, it's working. Fine, let's just see it here. Local host port 5000. So yeah, it's working fine. Now to render the HTML files in the Flask, you have to put all your HTML files in a special folder named as template. So I'll create that. Templates, 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 okay. And another folder static to keep all your CSS and JavaScript files in it. So inside templates folder, I'll make a new file, name it index.html, and in this file I'll just copy my boilerplate code. Now I'll make the boilerplate code first. So I'll use emit for that, and here I'll copy the HTML homepage code. So I'll paste it here, and okay, I'll save this, and inside my app folder all important special function, which is from Flask, which is known as render template. This is function responsible for rendering the HTML files, and by default this function will look for HTML files in the special folder templates. So I'll put it here, render template, and I'll do index.html. To show you guys, I'll quit this and run flask shell. So if you don't understand what flask shell is, it's just a flask command which will push the application context and open up a Python interpreter for us. If you don't understand that, ignore it. We'll talk about it later. So here I'll do from flask import render template, and I'll do let's just save it in a variable s equals render template and index.html. So if I now type s, you see all the HTML is now in a string format. The render template has converted the HTML file in the string format that we were just returning. So yeah, this is what render template does. Let me clear this and let's run flask run. Okay, so this is our render template. This is our template. It's without style, so let's just add style over here. So I'll do this, and Here I'll open Vim again, and in static folder I'll create a new folder, name it CSS. There I'll create a style.css. Inside the style.css I'll copy the style part and paste. Okay, now let's just link this style to the template. So I'll go above and underneath title I'll add a link tag. Here I'll link to static folder css style.css. Okay, now if I run this flask run, this comes with style. So yeah. By the way, we will be making a normal to-do app. This could be done in a single file, so that's the goal of this videos. We'll be making just one simple to-do app in a single Flask file. So I'll, I'll kill this. I'll add another page that's responsible to add these to-dos, and I'll probably link those pages in this or maybe next video. Let's just see about that. So I'll open Vim again, and here I'll make a new file, name it add.html. In this file I'll again use emit to put boilerplate code, and here I'll just copy the form. Uh, this form needs to be in a div known as, which has a class of container, div class equals container. Okay, and I'll close this. By the way, for this I am using a Vim surround, so yeah, that's just what happened here. And maybe I need that this title as well. Copy this and paste it over here, and I'll need this button, delete button, which won't say delete, which will say cancel. So I'll go to delete and excuse me. This should be working. I don't know what just happened there. Cancel. Okay, if I save it, and I'll quit this one and this one also, but let's just add the route for add page. So I'll copy this and paste it over here. For that I'll be using a route rather than get, because I'll be putting post method as well in this route, in this link. So I'll do add over here, and this should work fine. If I run flask run here, oh yeah, I didn't rename the function. Let me rename the function here as well. Add. Okay, now this should work fine. If I do flask run, if I go and do /add, it should what's the route? Oh, I haven't done it. So let's just do add. By the way, it brings an important point here. As you can see, our route was same. That's why it just first it found this function. That's why it rendered index.html. If it didn't found this function, then it would have rendered this add.html, since our route was same. Okay, so now I'll add a route again, not add. Okay, and now if I do flask run, this time it should work. Yeah, it's working. Let's add style sheet as well. I'll clear this, I'll open them again, and in Vim I'll just copy the link line from here. 7k. Okay, and here yeah, this is looking fine. So let's just maybe add the links so that it can go again back to cancel page. And if I go to cancel page, from this add new, it should go to that add page. For that I'll be using URL for. I can show you guys what URL for does. So for that I'll again run flask shell, flask shell, and I'll clear this. I won't clear now. So I'll import from flask, import URL for, and if I type URL underscore for, maybe add is going to find false. I have to put it in a string. So URL underscore for add like this. While open request okay, it's not working. Let me just show you in the app itself. So I'll open Vim, and in app.py file I'll not here, I have to do it in templates first of all. So for that, to access the uh, add page, here I'll use Jinja templating. So let me go that again, 9j, and find this colon. Anything in this two curly braces are considered as Jinja variables. Flask uses Jinja templating, Jinja as a templating engine. So it will render these templates before render template, return string, URL for add route, that's all. And I'll close this. I'll write this, and in add I'll do the same for home page. So I'll type URL underscore for, here I'll type home. I close this, and here I'll do this. Okay, so let me run it once again. Run. Okay, so now if I go here, reload this, as you can see, if I click on add, and yeah, it's working fine. Cool. I'll just need to show one more thing. There is a better way of linking the style sheets rather than just giving path here. So it's actually recommended way. So I'll do that here. I'll again use URL for here. So to access to, so that this HTML files know what URL for is, you need to pass on it in a Jinja template, Jinja variable. I'll put static this time, and here I'll pass file name equals file name equals css comma style comma slash style.css, and I'll close this. I'll close Jinja. Yeah, the same thing I have to do it in add.html as well. I'll copy it for that. This is code here, and I'll copy it in add.html. I'll do again opening Jinja variable, Jinja templating, and do this URL for and do static. By the way, this static is specifically looking for this static folder here that we defined here. That's why I set it to name it as static. Okay, so I'll just do file name as well, file name, and this is again going to be css slash style.css. Okay, you shouldn't see any change. Well, that's the point. Uh, but this will be using in Jinja instead of normal routing. Last run. So let me reload this, and yeah, it's working fine. Awesome. Let me remove these two buttons, and that's all with this video. So yeah, just quickly remove those buttons in index.html. Here I'll come. Uh, okay, right. Now it's working perfectly. Yeah, so this is our template, and we have rendered it from a Flask app. That's it.